Hey guys, Forward Haste here with an aggro deck. As usual, well, this is my first video, so not very usual, but I reckon we're going to be doing a lot of aggro decks on this channel, so yeah, we've just had rotation, so a lot of the best decks before were aggro decks, so they've all had a massive hit, mostly the, red-based ones, and then the Is-It-based ones as well, so yeah, as the meta's kind of balancing out, I thought I might try some other forms of aggro to start off and just see how they're all doing. And this is one that's always really interests me, Azorius Convoke. Yeah, so most builds before were trying to go for a bit more of a grindy version with Enduring Curiosity, and they were trying to kind of do similar to what a Demir is trying to do, where eventually land that Enduring Curiosity, hit with a couple of creatures, draw a couple more cards, and then from there you can kind of take over the game. But I've kind of decided this deck, it just wants to hit hard as much as it can, and so instead we're going for the full Leyline Axe package here, and then only really the Enduring Curiosities as a card advantage engine. The other really cool part of this deck, I definitely should have been doing a lot more earlier, but is fantastic, is Zoetic Glyph, being able to turn those clues and turn those maps into 5/4s, and then putting them in a bad position where if they board wipe or kill them, you're just going to get something just as good back usually. The other more interesting cards in this are Dragoon's Lance from Final Fantasy. Just like Normus Inspector and Spyglass Siren, it just makes two artifacts, not two artifacts, two things you can tap down, and then being able to give your Regal Bunnycorns flying and stuff is fantastic later, if they're not already flying from the Mockingbirds. Yeah, and it was not too much different from these decks. It's pretty standard. If you're really unfamiliar with what we're trying to do here, we're trying to mostly just play cards like Wood and Abuna Sky, and then just tap down our board for value, putting +1s on it and scrying, and trying to kill our opponent very, very quick. Yeah, and yeah, Leyline Axe is fantastic. We're not mulliganing it for it too hard. If our hand's fine, we'll keep it, but this card can just be an absolute smashing, an absolute blowout when you open it in your opening hand. Here's my sideboard right now. Yeah, I'm still wondering about this. I think it's pretty okay. I'm a little bit unsure about. I don't really like the counter magic in it, because often I just feel like you're trying to play out your hand as much, and just sometimes getting like a 1-for-1 isn't really going to make much of a difference. But if you're versing a deck that really is I'm trying to do a combo, that's just what happens, you know. Another card from Final Fantasy I kind of like. I was running into main, but I just couldn't get enough value out of it. Was Oran's Inspiration. Just a fantastic card to get that last little bit. And I'm also trying Raise the Pass now in it, because there are just so many times game goes late, and I think the only way I could do this is if I just returned everything from the graveyard. So yeah, that's it in there. So I reckon we might do a couple of best of ones here, and then if we're feeling it, maybe we'll do a best of 3, but I think we might just keep it at best of 1s for this video. I haven't quite figured out if I want to do these videos in best of 1 or best of 3 yet. I personally way prefer best of 3, but I'm just wondering if, for YouTube that's better. It might be better to get, a much more wide range of decks. But yeah, let's give it a go. Yeah, there isn't going to be any editing on this video for the first one. This is going to be a straight to record. So we're going ham. Oh, computer's being a little funky. I put it on the slower setting so it doesn't pick up my my fan in the back as much. Hopefully that doesn't end up being an issue. It doesn't usually. This is a fantastic hand, I gotta say. No 1-drop, which is definitely what you're looking for, but that just is made up by the Leyline Axe by a million times over. So yeah, we're in actually pretty low rank right now. I haven't had heaps of time to be able to grind Constructed, and I'm playing a bit of Limited just for fun, really. So turn 1, gone Leyline Axe, and then just for land. Cool. Here's the Thunderclap Trainer. So yeah, this one just lets you search up a non-creature, non-land off your top 4. So probably some kind of Is It aggro deck. Some of them are just playing Is It prowess still, and then a lot of them are doing a Cauldron build, which is way more interesting. Alright, how do we want to start this off? Probably with the Bunnycorn, I reckon. It's a little... Oh, okay. So, number one things you should do is actually look at your opponent's hand when you play the game. This is a great way to start. Definitely would have been a better time for Dragoon's Lance there, so... We're off to a great start, aren't we? Oh, that's alright. Okay. So, what we could do now is Zoetic Glyph this Leyline Axe if we want. But that kind of prevents us from being able to do anything with the Leyline later. Dragoon's Lance is decent here. But it might be better. Let me think. Dragoon's Lance, next time we attach this and then we attack. Or, I'm just thinking about where the Zoetic Glyph's gonna want to go, really. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do this. What I'm thinking is if then this gets unequipped, then we can move it to the Zoetic... Well, we'll put the Zoetic Glyph on the Dragoon's Lance, and then we will, Leyline Axe that. Got their second one. 4 cards in their hand. Yeah. Alright, so I think... Yeah. Definitely is that Zoetic Glyph. And we have one spare mana next turn, so it is maybe a chance I want to... Blood Pits? But nah, probably not if they're not playing any creature. If they'd have played a VV or something, I would have, but nah. If they're not playing a VV, we're fine. So next time we're going to be on 5. So we'll be able to Sheltered by Ghosts and attach the Leyline Axe, which sounds pretty evil. I think we'll just swing to begin. Down to 12. So we do have lethal if I don't have interaction, but I very much do think I have interaction. So that's just going to have to be how it's going to be. So next turn we could maybe Flood Pits, Drown, threaten with a Leyline Axe and kind of make it harder for them to decide who they want to kill. Maybe get in with that. I don't really know if that's the right idea. Another stock up, okay. So when they like go into multiple stock ups, you really just need to... You need to focus on murdering them because eventually they've gone so far into the deck. They're going to find exactly what they need to just screw you up. Hang on. Wait a minute. If that tapped out, I think we're 1 damage off. Oh no, we're not, because it's going to get +1 from this, and then it's going to get +1 from that. No, we don't hit it nice. We remain good. We don't become toxic. Something tells me they've just figured that out. Alright. Alright, damn, this is... Let's give it a go. I think it's over no matter what. Yeah! Alright, good. Oh, good. I'll just quickly adjust something on my computer so it might pop up for a second. Maybe it won't. Ooh. Alright, it'll run a little bit better now. Hopefully it doesn't cuck the audio too hard. Yeah. You might hear it a tiny bit when I speak, but not the end of the world. Alright, well, let's just do another one. Let's get straight into it. Does OBS say how long you've been going for? Oh, it does. 9 minutes. Alright, we'll probably do like, what? 2, 3 more after this? I'm happy I didn't get my ass handed to me that game. That would have been embarrassing, especially after that misplay. This is wow, this is a YouTube ass hand right here. Wow, I'm very thankful for this. So yeah, this is the kind of hand you want turn 1. Yeah, they're looking at it like, oh god, I have to deal with one of these. Definitely, because Foundation was a really funny set, because it felt pretty underpowered in a lot of ways. There were just a couple cards in there that you just look at and go, you are just so different to everything else. Things like Omniscience, even like, yeah, I guess, you know, Leyline X is a little bit funky, but this is just, it's a card you just forget about from Foundations. There are just so many cards in the set. Don't even know why I put a stop there. It must have been by accident. Alright, so we're seeing some kind of jankier stuff. Summon Primal Odin. Is this some kind of reanimator deck then? We'll just cast this. I won't expect it. Nice. Another. Why am I blanking on the name of those lands right now? Fast land. Stupid me. There you go. Fast land. 12. It's a good number. Good number to have the opponent at. Yeah. This mono black reanimator, maybe? I just don't know if you're a reanimated deck why you'd want to be reanimating Primal Odin. Like, I just feel like you just want to be doing Valgavoth or Atraxa or, like, anything else. Okay, so this has turned a little bit funky here. Yeah, we'll write it out. Honestly, that's the thing about, like, Leyline Axe, and, like, just this deck in general, is it doesn't really, it feels like it's a lot of really good aggro pieces, but they don't really come together in the same way the mouse deck does, and they don't really have the same, like, top deck ability that the mouse deck does either, where you can just kind of draw into, outs more often. Well, not outs, sorry, like if you top deck a, I'm just being a little focused here, I might just quickly figure out what I'm doing before I keep chatting. Doesn't get haste, it just gets double strike and trample. Yeah, so if you like top deck a Manifold Mouse, you know, that's just like a free board presence, and there are so many things like that with the red deck, but this deck doesn't really feel like that, so that's the thing about Leyline X that feels so nice, is it kind of gives you the stability where even if you top deck just a Warden or just a Dragoon's Lance, it's like you still have something to make it a relatively fierce threat. Uh-oh! We really need to top deck a creature here, wow. Okay. We are actually screwed if we don't. Okay, that's so good. Oh my god. We have to go now. There's no way we don't go now. Yep, so we have to attach Shelter by Ghost. We gotta take the Liliana, or it's just gonna sack us. And if we try to do it at instant speed, they'll either discard, which will be terrible, or or they'll sack us, which is just as bad. So we had to do that all during our turn, I think. We do have Lethal, technically, next turn. And we are Wood 2 right now, so we are looking pretty good right now. We're looking pretty sweet. Oh, I gotta make a thumbnail for this. I don't know how to make fucking thumbnails, but shit, it's gonna suck. It's not gonna be that bad, but there are worse things in the world. Life is suffering, as I think it was the Buddha said. I'm not actually sure. That is also suffering. That's not very nice. Okay, what gets us out of this situation? I'm thinking Zoetic Glyph gets us kind of there. This isn't looking very good here. Them losing 2 is kind of big. Oh, that actually is huge. That's massive. And if Go for the Throat is in their hand, if we draw a Zoetic Glyph, we straight up win the game, pretty sure. If I'm honest, I don't think they should be plussing one, especially if it's taking this long for them to figure it out. Because it's like, what is ultimating gonna do against me? I'm just gonna get rid of like half my lands, which don't really matter, you know. Like I think I should probably. Oh, okay, unless they want to be reviving that Valgavoth there, yeah. Great. Had a cold earlier this week, kind of sucked. Oh, they're bringing out this fella. I love this guy in draft. I think I've gotten him, like, 4 times. I know. And I've just had so many decks where I literally haven't seen him, or he's been the bottom card. Yo! Wait, no. We don't win. We force blocks. Alright, because we... A lifelink was so big for them. So we probably have to just Zoetic Glyph for Dragoon's Lance, yeah. And then we probably do just Leyline Axe it. And then we just swing at the player. Was there any better way I could do this? It's not going to be flying. And it could have never been flying, because we turned this into a creature, so it can't equip to itself. Yeah, alright. Well, I guess we just force the block. Damn, I don't know why this is running so like arse, even though I've put my turbo mode on. That's a little unfortunate. Oh, now I've clicked the game, it's running better. What? Bit odd. Bit odd. So it does have a lifelink. It's gonna be... That's probably game then. I don't really think I have an out. Unless I... Oh, its mana value was... Yeah, its mana value is big, so I can't do a Mockingbird to win. But even when they just Liliana sack, I think this is it. Just double checking, there's no more outs. Nah, I think we'll hit him with a good game here. Alright, what are we at? 18? 18 minutes? We can go one more. We can go one more game. One more game. Alright. Is that 1 win, 1 loss? Yeah. I've been drafting a lot recently. It's been my thing for the past, like, 4 or 5 months? Or ever since, like, Ape Drift came out. So whenever that was. Actually, probably 4 or 5 months. But yeah, Final Fantasy it's been tough. I've been one of the people who've just been finding it very difficult. And I think it's just because like I'm relatively new to Limited in a lot of ways, and I think it's like a very archetype centered format. And you'll be like, damn, I'm getting all these good blue and black cards, but like you don't get, you know, like you might get a million town greeters and a million things that like get things in your graveyard, but you get no payoff. So it's like often you kind of got to know when to go into a deck in draft. Like you don't want to be drafting like big stompy stuff unless you get the big stompy stuff and then kind of get wheeled the stuff. Some like very many times I've kind of drafted the set backwards in a way where I've been like, damn, I hope I get these bombs to help with this deck, and then I just don't get any bombs and I just have like a super subpar Golgari deck or something like that. But it's a super good format. I just think it's a super difficult one. Alright, let's get into the actual game we're playing here. So, Overlords. with a Golgari. Wonder what type. Okay, so the question is, do we Bunnycorn or do we copy the Bunnycorn with a Mockingbird? I think we just Bunnycorn. Well, we don't have any threats we need to fly over. We just Bunnycorn. This could potentially become, if they drop some threat down, we could copy the threat, fly over them. Yeah, so we really need to land here to make, like, much of this work. So we're kind of at the whims of the deck gods here. There we go. So it's like at least 3 color overlords. Thank everything. We got one of those. And we do what we do best, which is all attacks. So they hit me, but they don't hit the axe. It's very interesting. Well, not me, they hit the Bunnycorn. Here it is. Okay, so we're like red, white, and green? Like Abzan? Yeah, this might be one of the scenarios where we don't catch up it. Let's cook it a little longer before we decide it's too over. I think we at least double Bunnycorn here, right? So we Bunnycorn and then copy our own Bunnycorn. And then just hope from there we... Yeah, I think that's my main hope. I don't think playing another Leyline Axe, well, that's not going to do literally anything, and Zoetic glyphing my Leyline Axe just seems kind of like self-sabotage. If he wants double blocks, well, help is a resource, baby. We'll take it. So is it going to be a Summon Titan? Kind of gives me a window to figure it out. Like, I don't think this game's completely lost, especially if they have no interaction and stuff now. It has reach? So unfortunate. Yikes. Alright. Well, doesn't reach, yeah. I mean, we attach this, becomes a 4/4, we can make it a 5/5. They just block it with the Summon Titan. Next turn, 1, 2, 3. Even if I take it, they live. I think this might also be kind of a bad situation for us where we lose no matter what. Yeah. I'm just wondering if there's any out here. So they swing all next turn. Let's just see if they're smart. I think if they're smart, they don't block this. Alright. Block the biggest one. We live on 1. I mean, next turn, we just hope we can get through with the Leyline Axe. I don't know. I think unless they misplay really hard, that's probably not going to happen. But we're just playing to our outs here. Summon Bahamut. These are a lot of people trying to play their Final Fantasy cards. Alright. They're still just holding their priority, wondering if they're gonna try and cast anything else. Yikes, yikes, yikes. I think that might be it. Yeah, I would have needed an artifact on the battlefield to, I think, get that, because we would have Zoetic Glyph attach for even Mendage's chump. That's a GG there as well. Damn. Well, I think we'll call it that for today. So, yeah, not just a video of the wins, a little bit of life's harsh reality of wins and losses. But yeah, I'm really just putting this video out there because I've been meaning to do fucking Magic stuff for ages on YouTube, and I've just kind of always felt like I'm not good enough in some ways, or want a little bit more time. And this week I'm just been like, nah, I don't care if I don't feel like this list is perfect or anything. We're just gonna start it. Just gonna start putting stuff out there that we like for standard. Thinking about doing some draft videos as well. The only thing is I'm like not very good at draft, so it would be kind of funny probably to do some draft videos and me just crashing out because I constantly am misplaying. But I don't know how informative it will be. I feel like my brain is a bit more in standard. Even though I just spend a lot of time listening to limited stuff, it's just like don't have the 20 years of experience, whatever. Yeah, I think we'll wrap it up here. Yeah, if you actually made it to the end of the video, you're genuinely insane. I cannot believe you put up with this. I wonder if you guys can hear that fan, yeah. But if so, yeah. That's actually crazy. If you are. I genuinely don't believe anyone is, but yeah, I'll be posting more soon. And I might make some PowerPoint videos as well. That's another thing I want to do, kind of like Blair inspired, the guy who makes the kind of what are they? Balatro PowerPoints. Kind of want to do like that, something like that weekly, or just standard, where I have a standard topic and I might just kind of write about it for a bit and do a little presentation on it. So that's it for today. And as always, stay aggro.